Have you ever poured your heart into a job, a relationship, or a friendship, only to feel like you didn't matter? Stop trying to prove your value to people who cannot count. If you are in a place where you feel invisible, it's not because you are broken. It's simply because you are in the wrong place. The room was quiet. The only sound was the slow ticking of a clock. An old father lay on his bed, taking shallow breaths. He knew his time was ending. He called his son closer and reached under his pillow. His trembling hand pulled out an old, heavy metal watch. It didn't look special. It was covered in dust. The glass was scratched. The strap was worn out. To the son, it looked like a piece of junk. The father said, "This watch was given to me by your grandfather. It is almost 200 years old." He placed it in his son's hand. The metal felt cold and heavy. "I am giving this to you," the father whispered. "But before I do, I need you to understand what you are holding. Go to the pawnshop on the corner of the street. Tell them you want to sell it. See how much they offer." The son didn't want to go. He thought it was a waste of time. But to honor his father, he went. The pawnshop was noisy and smelled of old rust. The shopkeeper took the watch, glanced at it for 2 seconds, and threw it on the counter. He laughed. "It's old. It's scratched. The mechanism is stiff." He looked at the son and said, "I'll give you $5 for the metal. Take it or leave it." The son walked back home, feeling embarrassed. He sat by his father's bed and sighed. "Dad, you were right. It's just old junk. The pawnshop offered only $5. They said it's barely worth the metal it's made of." The father smiled weakly. His eyes were knowing. "I want you to do one last thing," he said. "Go to the city museum. Show it to the curator. Just show it to him." The son went, but he had no hope. He walked into the museum office and handed the watch to the curator. The curator didn't throw it on the table. He put on white gloves. He picked up the watch gently, like it was made of glass. He took out a magnifying glass and studied every corner. His eyes went wide. He gasped. He looked at the son and asked, "Do you know what this is?" The son stammered, It's just an old watch." The curator shook his head. "No. This is a masterpiece. It was made by a legendary watchmaker 2 centuries ago. There are only 3 of these left in the entire world." The curator's voice shook with excitement. "I will offer you $1 million for this watch right now. Please, let us display it." The son ran home. He was breathless. He burst into his father's room. "Dad, you won't believe it. The curator offered $1 million. He said it's a masterpiece." The father nodded slowly. He took his son's hand. "I knew the value," he said softly, "but I wanted you to see it. Listen to me closely. The pawnshop thought it was trash because they didn't know what they were looking at. The museum offered a fortune because they understood its history and its rarity. This is how life works, my son. I wanted you to know that the right place values you in the right way. Don't find yourself in the wrong place and get angry if they don't value you. Don't be upset if they treat you like $5. They are not bad people. They are just the wrong people. They don't have the capacity to see your worth. Too many of us stay in the pawnshop of life. We stay in jobs where we are just a number. We stay in relationships where we are constantly criticized. We stay with friends who make us feel small. And we start to believe them. We start to think we are only worth $5. But you are not trash. You are a masterpiece. You have value, you have history, and you have something unique to offer the world. But you cannot bloom in the wrong soil. If you feel worthless today, check your circle. Check your environment. Maybe you are not the problem. Maybe you are just at the pawnshop. Don't stay where you are tolerated. Go where you are celebrated. Moral: know your worth, and never settle for less.